Hello my Luminites, it is Ivy and welcome back to my channel, or if you are new here, hello, my name is Ivy, also known as Intuitive Ivy, and here on this channel and on intuitiveivy.com where we do tarot and oracle card readings. If you are new here, this channel is all about the magical, the mystical, the spiritual, and supernatural things, so if that's all something that you vibe with, go ahead and consider hitting that subscribe button and turning on the notification bell to be notified when I post. Today we are going to be talking all about what is paganism. I had this question a few months ago, and that is where I found this book right here that we're going to be talking about. So all the information that I'm getting for what is pagan for this video is going to be based off of everything that I learned in this book, Paganism for Beginners, a complete guide to nature-based spirituality for every new seeker by Althea Sebastiani. I hope I'm saying that right. This is not a sponsored video in any way. This is just a book that I learned a lot about paganism from, and this was my book club book of the month for December. So if you guys are interested in joining the Spirit Sisters book club, which is my book club, which our little motto is when you have your nose stuck in a book and a hand on your broomstick, go ahead and go to the description down below because I will list the book club link down there. Okay, so we're going to start by defining what paganism means. So originally the word pagan comes from the Latin word paganus, or paganus, which is referred to somebody that lived in a village or in a rural area as opposed to the city. So after the rise of Christianity, the term pagan was used to define those who maintain their indigenous practices and beliefs. So when I googled it, according to the Oxford Dictionary, the word pagan, if you Google it, it means a person that is holding religious beliefs that are very different from those that are like in the main world religion. So like Christianity and Catholicism and like Judaism, Buddhism, Muslim, everything that's different from that, from out of those main world religions, is considered paganism. So because there is such a broad term for paganism, it just literally just means anything, any beliefs outside of the main world beliefs. Because of this, there are so many different beliefs and so many different practices that it's hard to pinpoint exactly a specific thing for paganism, just because paganism is sort of an umbrella term for other various different traditions. But just because it's an umbrella term doesn't mean that they're all completely different. There are some shared values and beliefs in between everything that falls under the pagan umbrella. What are the shared values that most pagans have and most pagans share? The first thing is that everything is sacred. So again, this is going to be most pagans. Most pagans do believe that our natural state of birth throughout life is one that's already sacred. It's something that's already worthy, and it's something that's already blessed. It's not something that's been tainted or anything. Everything is sacred in life. Most pagans also believe that nothing stands between you and the gods. So whether you choose to believe in one deity or whether you choose to believe in many, whether you choose to believe in the universe, energy, whatever it is that you believe in, most pagans will believe that there is nothing in between you and that source. It's just you can instantly make that connection with them. Everyone is going to be able to approach and honor those gods and those deities or those entities with reassurance that you're going to be capable of getting a response, because considering myself a pagan, I have seen these responses clear as day if you just choose to pay attention to them. Most pagans will have holistic views, which means that embrace the spiritual world as well as the scientific one. We don't believe that they clash. Instead, we actually believe that they sort of work together and coincide with each other. For example, the law of attraction is a perfect example of that. Some people see that as the universe and its energy, and in science that's actually considered quantum physics. So we see the spiritual world and the scientific world as one ball just mixed into one, and instead of clashing with each other, they actually work very well hand in hand. And the last thing that most pagans are going to believe is spirituality. Most pagans are going to follow a spiritual practice. So whether that just be like meditation and all that, or whether that be actually practicing magic, it's entirely up to you, but most pagans are going to follow some sort of spiritual and ritual, some sort of spiritual practice, and may even do some sort of like rituals with it. Like I mentioned before, pagan is sort of like that umbrella term in which there's many paths. So what sort of paths are under this umbrella pagan term? There's honestly so many. I'm going to list some of the most popular ones as they were mentioned here in the book, but they are not definitely not all the beliefs here, just literally the tip of the iceberg. So the first one that we're going to talk about is Alexandrian Wicca, which is like an initiatory coven-based form of Wicca. Then we have Dianic Wicca, which is another Wiccan path, but it is very heavily based on like feminism and honoring female deities and all that, or just exclusively honoring a goddess. Then we have Gardnerian Wicca, which is considered the most oldest form of Wicca and was found by a man named Gerald Gardner. Then we have Celtic Polytheism, which is very generally focused on like pre-Christian Irish religion. Then we have ceremonial magic, which focuses on conjuring like angels, demons, these higher entities, and they also associate with like the Christian God and like the Christian entities that they believe in, so like demons, angels, everything that's more Christian based. That's what ceremonial magic is. Then we have Druidry, which places a great significance into the natural world, especially trees, and they seek to live in harmony with nature. Then we have Eclectic, which most people are going to be eclectic, because eclectic just sort of means that you pick and choose what you want and what suits you best. I myself I am pretty much an eclectic pagan, where I sort of just do what feels right to me and what my heart feels, whatever path my heart wants at that moment. Then we have heathenry, which is also referred as Asaturu, and I hope I'm not saying that wrong. And this also focuses on prehistoric Christian practices, and so their deities focus on like Norse and German. That's literally just a few among so many. There are so many that I could continue to list on, but then this video would take forever, so I'm going to stop there. Most people believe that it literally means that you believe in like multiple deities, and that's not necessarily the case. There's several different kinds of like beliefs in it. The first one is going to be monotheism, and monotheism is believing and praying to like one deity. Then you have polytheism, which is like the most common thing that people associate it with, when you have multiple deities that you turn to, pray to, and all that. Animism, which is really interesting. This is something that I didn't know existed until I read this book, and it's basically a belief where you believe that everything has an animating spirit, and that literally means everything from like rocks and rivers and storms to even man-made objects, so like your shirt, keys, keychains, feathers, everything has like a spirit. And that's what animism is. And then lastly, another belief among this umbrella term, mythology, which we all are familiar with. It doesn't just refer to Greek mythology, it's any sort of mythology, which is basically a collection of stories that basically talks about like the gods and trials and errors and the victories they faced, as well as how we humans came to be, and basically explains our relationship to the gods and the deities and all this stuff. So yes, so all that is under that umbrella term. And yes, so that is it, you guys. Like I said before, all the information that I got has come from this book, Paganism for Beginners by Althea Sebastiani. I know I'm saying that wrong. So like I said, if you guys do want to join our book club, I will post the link down below. And yes, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Okay, bye.